Hello, my hearties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on the big one. Welcome. 9 o'clock exactly on Saturday evening. Nothing gets past me, you see. And here we are. We are on Saturday the 4th of November. Tomorrow, the 5th, firework night. And but I think a lot of people are doing it tonight. They're letting one off tonight, aren't they? So there we are. DINKY-DOO, lovely to have you with us, of course. And I'll just give you a shout as soon as I see you come up. Remember, if you're commenting, tell us where you're watching from. And tell 10 to tell 10. There we are. DINKY-DOO, Scottie McClue from Nielsen. Hi from Cumbernauld, Scotty. Lovely to have you with us from Cumbernauld. What's it called? Tall Cross, says Nielsen. Lovely. We love Tall Cross. So good to have you with us. Tall Cross in Glasgow or Edinburgh. Hello from Livingston. Oldham, says Matt Gas. How lovely to have you with us from Oldham. I was performing in Oldham at the Arts Centre in 1980, and all the chimneys were still in Oldham. So there you go. I wonder if Fred Dibnah knocked them down. Hello, Nielsen's in Glasgow. And hello from Aberdeen, says Logan. I fit like Logan. Fusha doos the next day. Lovely to hear you with. Lovely of you all to join us. Apologies from Dagenham. Never, ever apologize from Dagenham. Fantastic. There we go. Hi, Scotty. Listen from West Calder. Remember the Scottie McClue Mega Mix. Such a classic. Beethoven, if you scroll down the videos on TikTok, then you'll come across it. There's a gentleman playing it on the squeeze box. Hi, Scotty, says Susan. Susan's joined us on the YouTube channel, as always. Lovely to have you with us. Are you with Israel or Palestine? Both. Both. Absolutely. Loving the hat. Do you like this one? I think it's a cracker. A Tinker had one like it in Lovejoy. Remember that? Hi, I am from France, says Billy. I miss your radio shows when you had telephone conversations. Can you do that on here? Yes, you can, Monreath. You just need to phone up. Here's the number. I think I've got the number here. Oh, yes. 0141 628 9795. You ring that, now you come on for a chat. That's what it's about. I used to have it all sophisticated up in front of me. Thank you for contributing to the live goal. Tremendous stuff. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Thanks, Monreath, for following. Very important. Everybody on TikTok should follow Scottie McClue. Scott FM, the big station serving the nation. Love ya, Scotty. DINKY-DOO. Scott FM, I mind it well. Christy, great radio station. They should never, ever, ever, ever have touched that. But what can you do? Do you know what I mean? Breaking wind against thunder at times. There are any drinks? Yes, 2 drinks. Large cup of tea. In my 2-hander, some size of a mug. Look at it. And, of course, a trusty glass of Scottish water. Lovely. Now, I need 10 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So everybody get subscribing. Scottish blend, of course. Well, yes. And Yorkshire. Oh, see what I just did there. There we go. I've subscribed. Blair, thank you. Have you just subscribed or did you do it a long time ago? Thank you for my sparkler tonight. Guys, I want to know if you're letting off fireworks tonight. I want to know from those of you who think fireworks should be banned. Right? DINKY-DOO. I've been subbed a while now. Good one, Blair. Hey, DINKY-DOO. How are you, Mr. McClue? Hello, Max. Scottish Blend, a sponsor of Take the High Road. Oh, I remember it. Scottish Blend. Lovely. And that's the power of money right here. Kaz, are you very moneyed? Good to have you with us. Are you Scottish? Yes. Yes, you've got it in one, Sherlock. Well done. You've got me. I am indeed. There we go. I'm a veteran and scared of fireworks. Kevin, I understand. You could well be shell-shocked, as they used to call it. Nielsen has given me red roses, guys. Look at the red roses. Huge. As every day, tap, tap, tappity, tap, till we get the likes up. I've got 842. We've only been up for 5 minutes. Beautiful roses. Aren't they fun, man? I hope all's well, Scotty. My owner and I are just back from a big fireworks display. Wow, Santa. My army of gnomes are on the way, Scotty, says Baz. Good one, Baz. We love that. Lots of new videos for you. So there you go. Everybody gets subbing. What's in the agenda tonight? Well, John, I think we'll discuss the fireworks. Who's the handsome chappie in the photo, Scotty, my boy? Kezzle, that's Lord Reith, the Labrador. He's the good-looking one. How's the weather where you are, Scotty? It's cool, but it's not raining at the moment. So there you are. It's actually not unpleasant at all, but a bit cold if you go out, you know. Are you a lord or something? Well, everybody's something, Chris. So there you have it. I'm the first lord of the internet. Hi, Scotty, DINKY-DOO. A Celtic guy was very jealous of me tonight. He was going, get the plums out the mouth, because he obviously can't speak. And there we are. Can you say hello to the trifle chef? I can indeed. Trifle chef, have you put a drop of sherry in it? Some comments in the live were filtered. We love that. It means the wee trolls have been booted down the Swanee. There we are. DINKY-DOO. Thank you very much, Beardhoven. There we are. Hello, Scotty boy from Stevo. Stevo, nice to have you with us. Where's the truffles, chef? Yes. Hi, Scotty. Good evening to you, Neil O'Gormley. How lovely to have you with us. Neil's in Bournemouth. And he's been a loyal listener for many years. Obviously a top entertainer as well. What's the best wind-up you've ever done? Oh, you know I don't do wind-ups. There we are. Do you eat meat? I eat almost only meat nowadays. So there you have it. Thank you. Who's the man behind in the picture? Which one? There we go. I say to you. Who have we got? Everybody's liking the live. Have you got following? We need to get following, guys, right away. Let me know what you think about the... I need another 25 followers. Were you in an episode of Still Game? Nope. Not ever been in Still Game, but I was the original inspiration for it. There we are. Hi, DINKY-DOO. Did you get a takeaway tonight? No. Cooking. Yeah, do my own cooking. There we are. I like to listen to you. You're a breath of fresh air. Well, lovely. Do you drink alcohol? Not nowadays, Project Black Beats. But I used to enjoy a refreshment, but I gave it up one of the Christmases because I thought I need to drive. And I couldn't be bothered with the police going, oh, I kind of smell drink up here. Roast dinner tomorrow, says Dan. What are you having, Dan? I had brisket last week. I still have you recorded on my old mobile phone. Fun, man. Which one have you got? Do tell us. Do you have tattoos? Oh, no. Never. No. Hi, Susan, says Neil. DINKY-DOO. Roast beef. What would be a typical Saturday meal for you? Well, the old menu would have been beef olives or pie, beans and chips. There you are. Definitely an old razor phone. What about the Dons win the day? Hey, when I was in Aberdeen, the Dons were managed by Alex Ferguson. Have you committed a crime? Never. No, never, never. There we are. Well, I did get an SP30 for doing, I think, 38 in a 30. Is that a crime? The new. So there you go. No way, only each week. That's right. A wee dram tonight, Scotty. Andrew, are you having a wee dram? What are you having? I used to listen to you on the radio, says Lincoln. Whereabouts, Lincoln? Did you listen in Lincoln? Or did you listen in Scotland? Or in Sheffield? Or in Leeds? Or in Hull? Or in Manchester? Or Liverpool? There we are. Sandy's joined us. Sandy the Jambo. Sorry I'm late. Get held up by a cyclist. You've had no luck with cyclists. I followed a cyclist yesterday. Couldn't get past him, but I knew that he'd be faster than me when he got down the hill. What's on the menu for Christmas dinner? I think probably roast beef and maybe cauliflower soup. I have a friend that makes cream of cauliflower soup. Beautiful. And Denny, Lincoln, here we are out in Denny. Do you know Dunny Peace? And do you like Marmite? I don't like Marmite. I love it. Yes, just a scraping, not too much. Plum pudding. Yes, the plum pudding. Do you remember the silver threepennies in the dumpling? What's your thoughts on the hauntings? Yes, Neil, I'm not too sure about hauntings. I have, as I say, met a ghost, but never saw it. Just experienced it, if you know what I mean. Best memory from radio. Thank you, Pit Stop. Hello, Scottie McClue. Waj, how lovely of you to join us. Fantastic. Guys, every day, tap, tap, tappity, tap. Follow on the TikTok. Subscribe on the YouTube. It's not rocket science, as I told them at my NASA interview. I love you, says Ginge. How very kind of you. And thank you for following. Very good of you. I say to you, 10 pence in the plum pudding. Oh, no. No, a silver threepenny. Tiny little silver coin. Sadly, I don't have one now because some wee half-wit broke into my house years ago and took my coin collection. I'd been collecting since I was a child. So they took it because they wanted to stuff something up their nose. So they are. How pathetic is that? Follow as soon as you can. HMFC. It was sixpence in my day. Oh, Matt, you must be a lot younger than me. No, the silver threepenny with a big 3 for the size of coin was tiny. I don't think I've got one. Well, I'll show you. There's a penny. And a silver threepenny was about half the size of that. So there you go. I tell you. Hi, Scotty. It's David. DINKY-DOO. David, how lovely to have you with us. We'll get a wee chat later, Davey. Do you miss the shilling? Yes, I do. Because you got a lot of things for a shilling. I can remember seeing an advert in a magazine. It was an older magazine, but it was 20 plain British cigarettes for 11 pence halfpenny. Less than 5p. Oh, do you have a favourite viaduct? Yes, Glenfinnan is one. Weatherall is another one. Do you know where Weatherall is? I had a silver threepenny. It was taken too. Not who you would expect, though. Santa. Times have changed. Fun man. Never a truer word was spoken than times have changed. I was trying to get that across to a Celtic man. I said, why are Celtic people got Irish flags when they're a British team? You know what I mean? Scottish and British. And yet they've got Irish flags. I think what we should do with Scottish football, get rid of all flags. What about Llangollen? Yes, I know it. Believe it or not. I went to see a house in Llangollen And do you know Bala? Yes, out that way. And I saw the steam railway, Llangollen, going through the valleys. Do you have a favourite B road? Oh, yes. Many favourite B roads, I can tell you. Who have we got? Were you friendly back in the day with Ricky Fulton? I miss him. Yes, Ricky was wonderful. And Kate, his wife. Kate worked at Grampian Television and Scottish Television as an announcer. And Ricky, her husband, who should met Kate, was from a place in Glasgow called Newton Mearns. And Ricky was directing a play at the Eastwood Theatre. That's how they met. There we are. I'm sure I've seen you at Stobo Castle on a lookalike. Well, I used to be a member of the schoolboys club that camped at Stobo in the 1920s. Have you ever been to Elgin? Many a time, Jack. A place I'm very, very fond of. Do you ken the Manny outside the superstore? The Manny up on the hill. Do you know that where the Manny is was the Toon Heap? And also there's a mass grave from the plague. And the Manny, I'll tell you who the Manny is. I think is the Manny, the Marquis of Huntly. Have I got that right? Llangollen, you can canoe across to Bala. Wow. Yes, indeed, I say to you, I never knew that, says Jack. Ah, there you are, Jack, you see. Yes, I'm not just an athlete, you know, you're talking to a black belt in karaoke. I'm just chillaxing, Susan, taking things in my stride. David, are you not amazing? They're having a wee chat on there. I like that. David is a good guy and Susan is a great lass. Yes. Now, what do we got here? Guys, get following. I'm amazed how slow people are to follow at times. Up to the top left, click the plus. And then go to the TikTok bio, tap the link there for the YouTube channel, go on and subscribe, then come back. The likes are going up, 3,000 likes. The most likes we've ever had was 36,000 in 1 hour. Isn't that beautiful? See what I just did there? Oh. Now, what do we got here? My aunt was his neighbour in Milngavie. That's right. He used to go to Lansdowne Kirk. And then he went to New Kilpatrick. So there you are. Went to New Kilpatrick. And Kate was a lovely lady as well. And they were both huge Scottie McClue fans. Kate wrote me a beautiful letter, Kate Matheson. And Jack Mulroy and Mary Lee were huge Scottie McClue fans. And they told me so. Jack said, Scottie, son, we love your show. See, when you finish, son, we pit it off. Mary and I listen every day. Is that not beautiful? This is my story. This is my song for tomorrow's final. Follow the hearts and never go wrong. Shall we give you on the squeeze box? Do you have a favourite pint? Yes, a pint of water. I used to enjoy the Black Sheep and things like that. Do you know, fantastic. I love Ricky Fulton. Lovely guy. Phone! You're live on Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
It's me, it's David, son. Are you alright,
David, son, how are you?
I'm good, son. I'm right. Before we go any further, it's now 9:20.
Yes.
I think you got to stay on for about another up to after 10 or something. Maybe, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, do you hear about last night? I went on last night.
I missed it. I don't know what happened.
No, don't worry about that. I went on and I was on till 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock. And Numpty called in as well.
David, see you, David, that he's bad, I saw you.
No, you're not. You're not. You would have been in your bed.
No, my friend was in that, and we were watching Married at First Sight. Lovely, I love it.
Wonderful, love at first sight. Is that not amazing?
Aye, oh, it's great. So you two and the Stallion one, brilliant.
And I went on so many blind dates they were going to give me my own Labrador.
You should get it. I miss blind date. I miss that.
Oh, that was Scylla.
Aye, Scylla, what?
Did you have a lot of fun?
Fabulous, son. Right, Scotty.
Yes.
This is doing my head in, right? Scotty,
right.
You're the man. You're the man, right?
Right, Davy. Yes.
Right, I'm going to try and say this to you,
Sure,
right?
Josie.
Right, and alternately, do you get this?
Northern Italy.
Inordinately. Do you get the word?
I thought you said in northern Italy. Sorry about that. Inordinately, yes.
It's taken a long time. It's in a paper, right?
Yes, inordinately.
I'll spell it out, make sure I've got it right. So it begins with I.
Yes, I've got it. I-N.
D-I-N-A-T-E-L-Y.
Yeah.
Right, I'm annoyed with this. It's a judge in a court of law.
Inordinately, yes.
Right, the judge, what's going on with this judge? He decided that a word came into a case.
Yes.
A woman, the case is passed.
Yes.
The woman was murdered and raped.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But the guy appealed, this murderer appealed his sentence, Scotty, right?
Right.
So the judge said this word will take 5 years off your sentence because inordinately that he's sick. Apparently she was not conscious before she died. Right?
Oh, Davy, listen. I'm not even going to go there with this, Davy.
Okay,
no. And I'll tell you, but listen. Don't you think anything. All I'm saying is I just don't want to go there with this. It's too harrowing. It's too harrowing, my dear man. But don't you think you've said anything wrong? You haven't. All I'm saying is it's just too much,
it's too much. I said, right, that's fine, son.
Because what I've done, David, I've set up the show. There's so much dreadful things happening on the telly in the world, blah, blah, blah. I've set up the show and I thought, no, we're just going to have a bit of fun, you know what I mean?
Aye, of course.
And we do that, and you're one of our biggest funsters.
Aye. And I want to learn things all the time, Scotty.
You are a huge learner. You're the same as myself. We never ever stop learning.
Because when I go to bed, I'm thinking about these words. And I'm like, I need to find out what's going on.
Yes, well, I think you're a big wordsmith. And if you see a new one, you think, what does that mean?
Aye.
You know? Yes.
That's fine.
We had an old guy. He'd been an officer in the Long Range Desert Group. And he was my boss. And he'd been wounded. He was lying out in the desert. And I think he could have been a goner, but somebody saved him. And he was a Scots Guardsman. And then he asked me about something one day and he went, that's very laudable. That's very laudable. And I thought, laudable? So I turned to, I was only about 18 at the time. I turned to my other boss and says, what does laudable mean? He went, worthy of praise. Worthy of praise.
You said that.
Yeah.
So tell me again, what does it mean?
Laudable, worthy of praise. So when somebody uses a word, so Davy, just so that you know, when you go to university, if you've worked for your degree, you will get, from that you will get that your degree was cum laude. Yes? So you got it with praise because you'd done the work. Now, Go on.
Carry on, son.
No, I was just going to say, if you were given an honorary degree, right? If the university said, no, listen, you've been so awesome in life, Davy, we're going to give you an honorary degree. That would be honoris causa in Latin, you see.
In Latin.
So that would be an honorary degree given in the cause of honor, honoris causa. Whereas the one you'd worked for would be cum laude. So my degree was cum laude, but if the university thought, do you know, McClue's really earned himself a wee doctorate, we're going to give him one honoris causa.
I love the word doctorate.
A doctorate.
It's funny you're saying that. I mean, everybody in a business says, I'm a doctor. Do you understand me?
Yes, the doctor. Yes, the doctorate. Yes. And very often you'll get people who are scientists or doctor this or doctor that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed, you know, but see, because you mentioned about universities, can I just say, see these all the millions of people go to university?
Yes.
Don't you think some of them are just actually lazy?
Oh, heart lazy. Heart lazy, some of them, yes, of course.
They've got to get the bursaries only, Scotty. They don't go through the subjects.
No.
They end up to fall away.
That's right, and then they fall away. They think, oh, this is no for me.
I mean, you know, the freshers' weeks, all they do is drink. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. And then they can't get their beds right.
That's the problem. See, there was a story about a medical student, and all he did was drink. He never did anything. He never went to the lectures and all that, right? And he had to do his practical. He had to go out to deliver babies. And his pals said to him, now, if you're in trouble, you phone us and we'll come out, right? So he went out and they were all sitting waiting for a phone call. He came back and said, how was it? He said, no bother, the delivery. The second night, the same one, no bother, delivery. The third night he went out and he phones, he goes, quick, come and help. And they went, but you've already delivered two. He went, this one's coming heat first.
Oh, I mean, you know what? I keep going and going, but I'm not allowed to go on. I don't know why I'm here on this planet. I came out through.
You're here on this planet because you're wonderful for the planet.
But they didn't ask to come in here.
The planet is a much better place for you being on it.
We were chapping inside your mummy's tummies because we were going to be something. We came out, and then it took 4, 5, 6 weeks later to see something.
Yes.
And then we didn't get asked to come into the planet.
No.
They came in anyway.
And sometimes I wonder why we bothered coming out. Do you know what I mean? Because we were comfy and we were warm and fed.
We were comfy, that's right. And then we came into the planet to go back out it very soon.
That's right. But your spirit, Davy, always lives on. Good spirits.
What is the purpose? It's crazy.
The purpose is to contribute to the world. And you remember, good always triumphs over evil. So the people that are trying to get themselves into a position of evil in the world will not last.
It's sort of like there's a lot of things that really confuses me.
Yes.
Like our parents worked hard to have us, as you know, right? That's a job alone.
That's a bit of work, isn't it? And some people you wish they hadn't bothered.
Aye, that's right, exactly.
You know?
As I said, then one day the mum and dad said to the Waynes, I just wish I didn't have you anywhere.
Oh, that was a terrible thing. I know, but you see, you can't send a Wayne back, and that's the problem, you know?
You can't put it in the letterbox, can you?
Do you mind mothers used to shout out the window, if anything happens to you, I'll kill you.
I mean, see, you're going to stay, you're going to get hot.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. They shouted and bawled at them. You know?
Aye. I mean, see, you to my best day, I'm going to keep my hand out your face.
I actually spoke to a senior lawyer about this once. I said, now, I said, in theory, because it's a Scottish thing, you know, like things like, see, if you don't shut up, I'll kill you, right? And all that stuff. I'll murder you. I'll murder you. I'll tell you. See, if I hear you've been misbehaving, I'll murder you. All that kind of stuff. Now, I said to the lawyer, in theory, if that had been heard, how would that stand for evidence? You know what I mean?
One day I said to my mum, you wee bugger. She went, she screamed at me, and I don't know what bugger meant. Apparently, bugger means buggery, as in.
Oh, aye, you don't want to go down that road. Oh, aye.
But I only learned it through my pals.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is where you learned it, and also it was from. It was.
She was fuming.
Oh, she wouldn't have liked it because it wasn't a nice word. See, in those days, they said things like blast. Oh, blast. Oh, dash. They said things like blast.
Right.
They used to say, oh, blast. I forgot the ties. Blast. And things like blooming.
Right.
You know, they would say, what's he like? He's a blooming idiot. That's what he is. So they didn't swear. He's a blooming idiot. And they would say, I'm dashed if I know.
God, I mean, I'm really like PISSEDOFF. You can't say things.
No, you can't say that. But that's why on the radio we used to talk about. On the radio we used to talk about pash.
You were hilarious. Come on.
You know?
You were saying what you want to say.
Blooming. No, we didn't hold back. There's somebody saying blooming on here. Where is the blooming thing? Where is the blooming thing?
Where's the blooming blunts?
Aye. Aye, that's right. Where's my blooming car key? For goodness sake. Oh, for flip's sake. Flipping heck. Oh, yeah, what do you mean? What are you telling me now? Dearie me. Oh, dearie me, no.
Right.
All that.
Funny, but I got back.
Here's a guy called Joe.
I don't care people slag me, do you?
No, of course not, for goodness sake. I had a wee Celtic guy doing his nuts at me earlier because I told him that Celtic were a Scottish team and a British team. So what was all this Irish thing? Because they've been going for 138 years in Scotland. They've never been near Ireland.
Right, so when Tina Turner sang that great song, I'm sorry she's passed away, of course I love Tina Turner, she sang Simply the Best, and then the Rangers took the song.
They took it up. But you see, what happens is people then get confused.
People say, why are they singing Simply the Best? Because the Rangers said Rangers are simply the best.
Simply the best, that was how they took it up. But listen, I was trying to show somebody when the Saints, right? And they were going, oh, you can't play that. That's a football song.
You can.
I says, you can. Louis Armstrong. Oh, when the Saints. You remember that? There's the wonderful Murray O'Donnell has joined us. Hi, Floaty, he says. That wonderful. Hi, Floaty.
You know what I mean?
There's somebody talking about the cotton picking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, leave the cotton picking thing alone.
What is a cotton picking thing?
Well, that's just one they used instead of swear words. You know?
Right.
They used to do that, you know, and they used to say things like, now they tell somebody to away and do something. But in those days, they used to say, "Ach, your head." Your head. No, your head, away you go, your head. You know, all that stuff.
You didn't hear this. You don't TikTok like me all the time, aren't you?
Aye, of course.
Right. There's a guy came on at Scotty, right? He was a man, but he's became a lady, okay? Right? Now, I can just say it. You want to put me down for this? He's transsexual now, but he's right. Let me finish it up. After this, I'll disappear. He's got blonde hair. He's a sane. He's expect him to give me sable.
Oh no!
Right? Everybody's getting on this, going like that. Here, Jimmy Savile.
Oh no! Stop!
Right, I know the guy's getting hurt.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Oh, right. Now listen. Here's one for you, right? Here's Murray.
Right.
Away and raffle your donut. That's a beauty, isn't it? Away and raffle your donut.
Away and raffle your donut.
Away you and raffle your donut. That's a cracker. I'll take my hand off your jaw. That's right. That's right.
I mean,
you know, I'll tell you something. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with him. The mothers used to say, and the father would say, a good belting, that's what he's needing.
Well, that's right. Bring it back. Why not allowed to hit your children?
A good belting. I can remember being at a wedding, this is 40 years ago, and this wee boy came up and he has a chat with me, right? And that was absolutely fine. And then he started asking me questions. And his grandfather says, I'm sorry about that. He wants thumping that one.
Well, it's a great saying. And I don't think there was a lot changed. What a lot of rubbish.
All that nonsense. But there you go. Anyway, away and raffle your donut. And if you can find the blasted thing.
You make your bed, you lie in it.
Or if you made your bed, boy, you lie in it. Don't you come running to me. What was that all about as well?
That's right.
Don't come running to me when it goes wrong.
I mean, I used to eat dirty mops to get this, no?
What about this, Ian? I told you not to do that. So don't come running back to me.
Don't you do that again, you?
See if you do that again. I don't know.
I hated the worst thing, but if you weren't well, you weren't allowed to go and see your pals.
Oh no, you couldn't. If you're not well, you're not well. You're not going out.
That's right. You're got in your bed, you're not seeing your pals.
Or what about this, Shin? Can I go out in my bike? What do you mean go out in your bike? It's after 6 o'clock.
I remember when I wanted a BMX. I wouldn't allowed it because my mum didn't have the money for BMX, but she got me something similar. It was a cheaper version from the Badlands of Glasgow.
Did you know of a chopper? No. Do you remember the chopper?
My wee friend had a chopper. I used to run it.
The handlebars.
Yeah, beautiful. Choppers are back. Do you know that, of course?
Is that right?
Well, there's a shop in West End of Glasgow to sell choppers in the shop. They're beautiful.
Tell you I laughed, Davey. I remember a lady and she stayed in Drumchapel. And I said, well, a friend of mine's no far. He's out the Bears Den Road. She goes, oh, that's terrible. They come in and take the Wayne's bikes.
Choppers are amazing, the one, man. Again, the other one was a tomahawk.
Tomahawk, or you got a moped called a Wisp.
Oh, wait, I'm sure I remember that.
Remember that?
Aye.
And the rally runabout. Here's a lovely guy. Here's Global Onion says, gotta go. Take care, Scotty. Have fun. Isn't that lovely? We're mobbed. We're mobbed. Davey, I better let you go, my boy. That was a wonderful chat.
Aye. Right, you stay on.
You take care of yourself. And blooming well enjoy your evening.
So you celebrate your whole nation. You do your know, son.
DINKY-DOO. That's your Davey. What a guy. What a guy. We love the chat. There we are. He'll be doing that till the coos come home. Murray, you're absolutely 100% right. See, how's he getting on? Has he sawed up that tree? No, he'll be doing that till the coos come home. The budget. Oh! The phone. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
How you doing, Scotty? It's Kenny from Saltcoats.
Kenny from
How are you?
Saltcoats. Lovely to hear you. I'm so glad you've rung me, Kenny, and I'll tell you why. I felt you got a bit short-changed last week.
Oh, not at all.
You know, because
that's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. You don't have any faults.
I phoned you in at maybe 4 minutes to go.
Aye,
So
we had to dash off, but no, it was great.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you why I phoned you. I was up in the big smoke today.
All right.
I took the train to Saltcoats up to Glasgow.
Lovely.
To get a wee suit for something. And I'm hearing that the Glasgow Council, they're wanting to open the pubs and the clubs and wanting to give them an extra hour from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Do you read about that?
So 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I thought that these places were open to maybe 2 or 3.
Listen, see when everywhere closed at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember old guys that remember them closing at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Now, Kenny, when I was wee, everybody cleared off home for their tea at 5 o'clock. So the town centre, apart from theatre goers, dancers, all that, was fairly quiet. And you had the police walking about in pairs with gloves on, trying all the shop doors to see the shopkeepers had locked up.
Yeah.
And they had a big rubber torch. And everybody was in their bed by, I would have thought definitely by about 11 o'clock. Now, one night I was coming back from Edinburgh to Glasgow from Top 107 Radio. And it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And the motorway was shut at Charing Cross. So they diverted us off the motorway. So I went through Charing Cross and past Sauchiehall Street. And I happened to take a quick glance to my left up Sauchiehall Street, and it was lit up as bright as day, and it was absolutely heaving.
Right.
And there's Jay shouting, "Last orders, gentlemen." That's right, they used to shout that. "Last orders, gentlemen." And they shouted that about 9:30.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that'll make what they're saying is it's going to boost the economy, the late night economy?
Well, it would only boost the economy if anyone takes advantage of it. Now, the present government have ensured we've got virtually nothing to spend. Nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes, anything that comes in, assuming somebody's working, goes on their bills and the rest for their food. They have to decide, do we put on the food or do we put on the heater, right? So they've no got the money. So you're going to have the bars open for an extra hour and nobody in them unless, we'd need to try it. All these things. It's like when I worked for ITV, we used to shut down about midnight. And we made a wee announcement and then we put out what's called tone. So your telly went beep. Yeah. And that was it.
Yeah,
now, then they went through the night and they thought, we'll attract the young people. People having a few tinnies and a wee smoke and all that. We'll get them watching the telly. So they put on lots of, banging tunes. And nobody, all they got was the pensioners that couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So I said, you'd have been far better putting on war films or something like that, Reach for the Sky,
Yeah.
And then at least the pensioners would have had something to watch. So your problem with television, and they still haven't addressed it, and for some reason they haven't approached Scottie McClue. And that's very silly of them. But, you can only take a horse to water. So when I'm on at night, there's a massive audience. Even on YouTube and TikTok, massive audience, right? So you imagine that on the telly, chatting away to everyone. Because people used to say, what's your target audience? Are they young or old? I said, everyone. 9 to 99. I said, the kids love it, the old folk love it. And that's what we're doing. So what was interesting about this, they should think you're not going. Once you lose your audience, Kenny. So, say for instance, television now. Young people aren't interested in television. They can see it on their phones, right? So they're not bothered about that. Listen to this one. We are living in hell, Scotty. Take me back to the 90s when you were on Scott FM.
Exactly.
So if they lose that audience, that audience are not going to be replaced by young people. And I said to a senior television boss one day, I said, what about the social media side? He went, we really concentrate on our core business. I said, well, I don't want to alarm you, but one day you'll wake up and your core business will have gone.
Will be gone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you'll not get it back. You're not going to suddenly interest young people in sitting down in a chair watching a box of tricks in a corner.
Exactly.
They're out walking along the street to their pals looking at their phone. Yeah.
Yep. You're right. All the young ones are on their phones.
Yeah.
The TV audience is going.
And where is Scottie McClue? He's on their phones right now on the latest platform.
Right. Exactly, my friend.
So there we go, Kenny. And you're on with me, and that makes us leaders.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know where I am in your demographic. I'm probably right in the middle.
You're you. So you're you, and it doesn't matter. And even I get brilliant demographic figures on these platforms, and it's a huge spread right across. We haven't got quite so many oldies, but that's because they are not on social media.
That's right. That's because they look at it and they don't know how to work it.
Exactly.
If they did, it would skyrocket.
Trust me, if the pensioners knew I was on here and could get me on their phones, they'd be watching.
They probably think of this as the old CB radio.
Remember the CB 19 for a copy. What am I hitting you with? Breaker 19 over. Got a smoky on your tail. Smoky on your tail.
Well, you have to have what you call a handle. You have to have...
the handle, yeah. So you had things like, this is Daft Jimmy, over.
That's right. It's probably alien to them now. But when I was young and I saw the older ones on the CB radio, I was like, well, what are they doing?
And do you remember they had the cars like the Hillman Imp with a huge big aerial?
The Hillman Imp, that's right. You couldn't take it through a car wash. The aerial was larger than the car.
Oh, fantastic. It's DINKY-DOO. There's the wonderful Alistair King on. I hope he's okay. Kenny, a joy to hear you, and we will catch up again soon, sir.
We'll catch up. I'll phone you to Blackpool when I'm down there, okay?
I would love that. And remember to ask them about Scottie McClue.
Will do, Scotty.
DINKY-DOO. Bye, Ken.
DINKY-DOO.
Top man.
Bye, mate.
Bye, La. There we are. That's your Kenny for Saltcoats. Saltcoats at the fair. Alistair King, hi, yes. How's it doing? Fine, Alistair. I'm going to phone the boy this week and we'll see what's what. Is Kareem coming on? I'm sorry I got excited. David, never apologize. You're perfect. Professor Numpty, when are the clowns from Barra phoning in? Numpty, you're harsh on the Barra folk. There were one or two silly boys, but the Barra people are not clowns. I wonder if Barra people... Now, if you're from Harris, you'll know this, Numpty. You're a herrick. Phone! You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Yeah.
Hello, who's that?
Oh, is that Scotty?
Scotty, hi.
Scotty the man.
Who's
Someone's
that?
actually phoned me and put me on the phone. But are you on, see there my phone gone, are you on, what do you call it?
The YouTube.
TikTok.
TikTok, yes, I'm on TikTok right now. And you'll get it at Scottie McClue.
At Scottie McClue.
Yes, SCOTTIE MCCLUE.
Right, no bother.
And I'll pop up.
I heard you've no got a clue, but I went, no.
No, I've got a huge clue. I've got more of a clue than Mr. Cluedo.
The guy tells and I don't even know.
Dinky-Doo, Talk stuff. There we go. Are you on TikTok? I'm on TikTok. Hi, everyone. So there you are. Alistair King, lovely to have you with us. Oh, phone. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. Is your network over 1 million?
Oh, I'll need to check my wallet at £3.50 in there at tea time. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in.
Hi, Scotty, it's Kareem. How you doing?
Kareem, how lovely to hear you. And Dinky-Doo, have you had a job getting through tonight?
I couldn't get through at times, Scotty.
The phone's flying. Go on, Kareem. You're always honest.
The dogs, excuse me, I've got the cold here. The dogs have been terrified tonight because of the fireworks. Yes. I've been trying to calm them down a lot as well.
Listen, old Lord Reith, we were in Manchester. Now, you know, it was as close to a war zone as you could get, something going off every minute. Old Lord Reith knocked over a table with ornaments on it, trying to get behind it. The soul was shivering. And I was trying to hold him. I said, it's all right, boy. No. You know, you can see I'm the poor soul.
They've got a thing I've tried this year, and it actually has worked better. I mean, they're still a little bit nervous, but they're not as been as bad as last year. And you know, you get the spot on for flea and ticks.
Oh, yes.
You've got a spot on for calm, and you put it on behind, you know, it's between their ears at the top of their head, and it works for a week. So it actually has worked. They still are a bit nervous, but they're not as bad as what they were last year. But I'll be honest, this year, some of the fireworks have been like explosions. I've never.
Yeah, they're very loud and very dangerous. A lot of them. They're trying to obviously sell as much as they can. But here's Santa Paws saying, I do wonder though whether they sense the owners' worry. Well, they will do, Santa Paws. That's a very good point, because obviously they pick up. If you know yourself, Kareem, if you're anxious about something, the dog's scurrying in. You know,
pick it up as well. Well, I'm trying to take the dogs out to the toilet, and my oldest dog keeps running back to the house.
Oh, listen, Lord Reith, we stayed out in the country, and on a Saturday there was quite often a shoot. And if there was a shoot on, as soon as he heard a gun go off, he went home. And I thought, dear, and I had to get a step on. I thought, where is he? Oh, he's away. I bet he's on the way home. And then you would have somebody going, oh, I saw Reith come back, Scotty. Are you okay? I wasn't sure whether you were in or not. I thought, no, I'm just a wee bit slow off the mark compared with him. You know?
Well, it's a shame as well, Scotty, when you think about all the wildlife, the foxes, the badgers, the hedgehog, everything, cats that are having to listen to this and not understand and just, you know.
Well, I mind being at a friend's wedding and they finished the evening with fireworks. And into the hotel came a very angry farmer. And he went, who authorized fireworks? I said, well, we'll get you some help. I'm just a guest, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And 2 horses had taken off up the hill, you know. So he was doing it. He was doing his nut because the hotel was one of these beautiful old country house hotels out in the middle of nowhere, you know. And that was that. And the farmer straight into the reception, in the middle of the wedding.
Well, they were talking about bringing in the noise, like to be no noise. It was just like the lights. And obviously, if you want to hear the explosion of noise, you have to go to an actual display. And I think that would be a lot better for the wildlife.
I would actually ban the lot of them now, Kareem, because as I say, you know, Guy Fawkes, the gunpowder wouldn't actually have gone off. And they tortured him terribly. The king himself was involved at the time. Do you know what I mean? And they tortured poor old Guy Fawkes and broke him. I know he was trying to blow up the king. And the king, you see, in those days, you're talking 1605, 2 years after the Union of the Crowns. So
Right.
the
Okay.
king was, his word, they didn't have constitutional monarchy. This is 63 years before. So it was absolute power of the king. So Parliament would be chaired by the king. So the king said,
okay.
bring these, him and Lord Cecil was his head of security at the time. And he says, the king said, get them and bring them to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that was old Guido Fawkes. But the gunpowder wouldn't have gone off. It was compromised because the Thames used to come into that basement.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there was a lot of damp around and that sort of stuff. But Fox heard a noise and went out of the cellar he was hiding in. And that's when they got him. If he'd stayed in the cellar and locked the door, provided he didn't mind taking himself away in a suicide bomb, he could probably have set it off. But I don't think it would have gone up anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Goodness, great. Well, that's a bit of history there.
There's a bit of your never a dull moment on here, Kareem.
I'm just sorry I got through too late tonight, Scotty, but I've listened to bits and pieces of the show. I've been trying to calm the dogs down, and I just hope that, you know, anyone who's listening who've got animals, just keep them safe, because the next few nights are going to be quite, you know, very loud for the poor souls.
Yeah, and it's lovely to hear you, Kareem, and give the dogs a wee pat from me, please.
Thanks, Scotty. Listen, all the best, and I'll speak to you during the week if you're on a live pop-up.
Bless you, top man. Thanks, Kareem. All the best.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye. What a great guy. So there we are. That's our Kareem. Lovely to get a wee call. Guys, can everybody start subscribing seriously on the YouTube channel and following on here? Have you seen the Queen was alive? Yes. In about 1965, I was standing with my mother and father at the gates to Windsor Great Park, down where the Two Tons pub was. I think it's called the Prince Harry now. I don't know if it still is. And the Queen drove past, just herself, in a beautiful big, I think it was a Humber estate in those days, the big 1725 Humber, an imperial estate. Lovely thing. And gave us a wave. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And she had the headscarf on. And 1965, so she'd be quite young then. She'd be 39. And she was driving the car. She obviously had an appointment because I saw her groom bring the horses back. So she'd been out riding. She drove herself back up to the castle, and on the way past, she gave us a lovely wave. And I turned to my mother and went, "Was that the Queen?" And she went, "Yes, dear, that was the Queen." There we are. I used to listen to the historical single mother rants on radio. Sitting feeling a wee bit lonely. Finding you after a lot of years is lovely, says Paul. Bless you, Paul. You're a legend, Scotty. So knowledgeable. Gone by. You are very kind. Thank you so much for all your wonderful stuff tonight, guys. What a nice bloke. I thank you. There we are. I'm on the phone in. Lewis, amazing. I'm surprised there's not a film about the whole event. Paul Reynolds, you're 100% correct. It's fascinating. Guys, I'm going to have to dash. There we are. Lots of love to all you beautiful people on the TikTok. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. And again. Ta-ta. Lovely, lovely TikTokers. So nice to have them all on tonight. David McCafferty is talking to Alistair about cats here. Incredible, yes, indeed. Vets should offer a discount at this time of year, says Professor Numpteed. And Numpteed's a dog man. He knows his stuff. Cool, says Alistair. I thank you, Alistair. We will be in touch. But it's so lovely to see you. And again, thank you for everything. Now then, we're out of time, guys. What can I say except thank you? Please, I do say to you, please all get subscribing on the YouTube channel and we'll build it up so that everybody can enjoy it. It's just been a wonderful show tonight. We'll be back next Saturday, but set your notifications when Scottie McClue goes live. Nicht, says the wonderful Murray O'Donnell. So I'm going to write nicht, Murray. What a top man. And thank you again. You really are wonderful. Nicht. It's a T, isn't it? Nicht, Murray. There it goes. Have you got that one, Murray? We have to dash. Good night. Ta-ta. Stick your tongue out. Ta-ta. And again. Ta-ta.